everyone, my name is Tan Jawan and I'm a student from University of Malaya, currently studying building surveying. In this video, I will going to identify 5 different building defects. I will also explain the causes and the effects of the building defects and also the remedy action or prevention we can take to repair it or maintain it from become much worse. Due to CMCO, the best option to carry out this task is at my house. So my house is located at Damandaya in Kapong KL, which is in the red zone now. It is a double-story corner unit terrace house. I live here for almost 10 years. Let's look for the defects appear in my house after so many years. So there is a cracking that happened outside in front of the main gate, and as you can see, the cracks happen in diagonal shape and the cracking is happened from the concrete floor until the floor tile. So it's caused by the long exposure to the hot weather, sunlight and rainwater. And this environmental factor can cause the change in moisture content, and which is the main factor that affect the cracking on floor. When it is in summer, in hot days or hot weather, the condition will become dry and shrink. And when the ground shrink, the foundation will shift. And when the foundation starts to shift, it causes cracking on the floor as well. However, if it is too much moisture, it also will cause cracking on the floor. When there is excessive rainfall or inadequate foundation drainage system, it will also result in excessive moisture, which also cause the foundation to swell, which is expand, and thus it will cause the cracking on the floor. So when the plumbing leaks under the foundation, it will cause the foundation to expand, which is also results in cracking on floor. The constant expansion and contraction of the soil due to the too much of moisture or too little of moisture over time will result in cracking on the floor. So these defects is happen outside of my house, which not really cause a very dangerous condition to us. However, we still can take some constant maintenance to prevent the defects become more worse. So the remedy action we can do is to maintain a constant moisture level around our house. In hot and dry weather, we can use the soaker hose or sprinkler system to prevent the soil around our house from drying out. Here's my living room, and the next defect is happen on the internal wall. In this case, in this defect, we can saw that the painting of the wall is started to peel off or budding. This is happen when the moisture from the ground travel up through the wall by capillary action. This means that the groundwater is effectively sucked up through the tiny tubes in the bricks, which is like a series of straws. So the groundwater actually contains salts, so the salts will deposit on the wall when the water evaporates. Actually, the salt is the main factor that caused the painting started to bubble up and also white fluffy to be left on the surface of the wall. The possible reason that caused the building defects is because failure to link or fail over time with the damp-proof course with impervious damp-proof membrane in the lower part of the wall. Rising dampness can actually be a serious problem if it is left untreated. It can cause structural issues, causing the plaster, flooring or finishes and also the smell to make it very unpleasant to live with. Besides, it is also not good for our health. It will cause our respiratory condition much worse. Also, due to the rising damp, it will increase the heat loss in our house area and also causing the higher energy bill. The remedy action we can take to repair this building defect is, first, we need to remove all the wallpaper and plaster back it into the brick structures. And then the most economical and efficient method to recover this problem is to apply the damp-proof injection cream. The cream is injected on the brick wall and it will convert to liquid and started to penetrate through the bricks and also achieve a complete absorption for the wall. As the liquid cures, it will form a powerful water barrier repellent and a new chemical damp-proof course that stop the water from traveling up to the wall. Okay, so here's the backyard of my house. So this is the kitchen. The part grown with algae is darker in green color compared with other parts. The defect part is spongy and wet. This is because the water and dirt are always flow up from the pipe from the sink of the kitchen. So in the content of the discharge water come out from the sink, it will contain dirt water and also some chemical substance such as oil or food waste, which can cause a good environment for the algae to grow rapidly. The growth of algae can actually be harmful to our human health if we have in contact with them. It might cause eye or skin irritations. It will cause death of wildlife, and it will have bad odors. But luckily, there's less people will using or passing by the backyard of the house, so it doesn't cause a very big trouble to the users around this area. The maintenance we can do is just constantly maintain, which is constantly remove the algae, by the shower. Corrosion happen on the metal component. It will show reddish brown in color, and also the surface is rough and somewhat powdery, and we can smell the odor of iron. Corrosion can be caused by aggressiveness of environment such as dust, regular rainfall, and sulfur dioxide gas which released from the combustion of fossil fuels. Besides, high temperatures with elevated relative humidity, chlorine levels, and salt can also rapid up the corrosion of metal. The rate of corrosion will increase as the temperature increase and the wind getting stronger. As my house is facing to the northwest, which means during afternoon, the weather surrounding us will hotter and also the temperature higher. Especially for the outdoor component, the higher temperature and the hot weather will actually accelerate the corrosion happen on the metal component. Therefore, corrosion will cause the thickness of metal reduce, further leading to the loss of mechanical strength, extensive damage, and structural failure. Besides, it also releases the environmental contaminant that harmful to public health. Although it's not a very serious problem to us as the corrosion is mostly happen at the outdoor component, however, we still can have some maintenance or the repair work for them. Either you are replacing these metal components with other materials that will not undergo corrosion, or you can do surface treatment on these metal components, which is apply a protection to protect them from the airborne pollutants. So this can either decrease or control the rate of corrosion of the metal components. Here is the balcony of my house, and you can see the effects here. As you can see, the soffits of the roof structure is damaged. The soffit board of the roof is broken and the timber work inside is exposed. The damage of soffits can be caused by house settling, and temperature or moisture fluctuations in an attic results in expansion and contraction of the roof structure member. Thus, in the long term, the soffits will crumble and cracks, which end up to become like this, which is a part of the soffits is already broken from the roof structure. The soffits damage will cause the roof wouldn't have an adequate protection from winds, humid air, and moisture. Thus, it will result in rotting or water infiltration and even pest infestation. The best remedy action is to replace with a new soffit boards. However, the new soffit boards must be applied with a layer of waxy sealer which can protect the soffits from water penetration. Hi guys, so these are the 5 types of building defects I found in my property, which are cracks on floor, rising dam, growth of algae, soffits damage, and corrosion. I believe that there are many building defects in my house that I didn't show in this video, and maybe some of them are not done by visual observation. So I really hope this video could increase our awareness to the building defects that happen in our house so that we can take some proper reparation or maintenance to protect our house. Special thanks to my course lecturer, Dr. Zahil and Dr. Rizal, for giving me this opportunity to done the building pathology task in video form, and hope you enjoy this video. Thank you. Bye guys.